Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, Moses Kuria has launched an attack on the media, and the truth is that you cannot win a war on the media. Media can build you and they can destroy you in a blink of an eye. That's the reality. And if you check on how this war is going, it's seemingly like Moses Kuria is determined to take on the media. But again, the media is also determined to deal with Moses Kuria decisively. You can see in the manner in which he pointed out on the media, in fact, the kind of words he used, we had analyzed here. And now the media is responding to Moses Kuria because Kuria went further to an extent of threatening government departments to avoid doing any advertisement contract with the nation media groups. In fact, his warning is that he might fire out those government staff who are going to engage in any business with the nation media group. And therefore, the nation media has also launched attack on Moses Kuria. It's not an attack. In fact, they are calling out Moses Kuria to order, and they are calling out the court, the general public, the media organization, and the international community to reject, condemn, and take a stern, appropriate action against Moses Kuria's utterances. And this is what they are saying. I want to tell you, if you go through what's happening in this country, you will see that indeed Moses Kuria is going to suffer a blow. This is what they're saying. The verbal attack using foul and cruel language against national media group is shocking, primitive, and inexcusable in the eyes of the level-headed Kenyan who expect cabinet secretaries to conduct themselves with the decorum befitting their high office. It constitutes a serious violation of Chapter 4 Bill of Rights, particularly the freedom of press. We note that the attack on media have been sustained since the Kenya Kwanza government took office. They continue here. No government should weaponize taxpayers' fund at its disposal to punish media for exposing public ills in a bid to influence editorial integrity. We at NMG wish to reaffirm our commitment to relentless uphold media freedom and fiercely guard our role as the public watchdog. We condemn and we demand an immediate apology and a retraction from CS Kuria. That is the message from Nation Media Group. And I want you to watch this short video here so that you can understand where the media is heading to in this war with Moses Kuria.
Sasa tuingie kwenye mapumziko, ni kufundisha tu Kiswahili. Katika neno la siku, leo tunaangazia neno mpiaro. Maana yake, mtu mwenye tabia kuongea lugha chafu. Mfano katika sentensi, Moses ni mtu mpiaro, maneno yake ni machafu mithili ya choo.
Now, the Kenyan Union of Journalists also responded to this issue, and I want us to go into that. Before we go deep into that, just a quick request for those who are watching and you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much, and again to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. This is what the Kenya Union of Journalists is saying here. A celebrated philosopher, Plato, said that leaders are the mirror of the society, and we sincerely hope that President William Ruto will save Kenya from this national shame. While we support the ongoing initiative by Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua to deal with the impact of rampant consumption of alcohol in the country. Now this is where there is a bombshell. It is our opinion that for this war to bear fruit, he should cast the net wide to rid the country of leaders who are not in control of their faculty. We wish to remind Kuria. Now, you know this one, they were focusing on Kuria. It's like Kuria is drunk, he can't be controlled. So in as much as Gachagua is fighting alcoholism, let him start in the cabinet, right where he's sitting with Moses Kuria. Because then definitely, if Kuria can speak like this, it means he's under some level of influence. We wish to remind Kuria that he is now a cabinet secretary whose actions and utterances should promote a positive image of Kenya as a nation in line with the tenets of the leadership and integrity law. We do not know the context in which such unwarranted, uncalled for, and totally off the mark remark were made, given that the CS did not expound further. It is, however, safe to conclude that the CS is unhappy with the work of National Media Group informing or educating Kenyans. That is the information. So you see, they have given their part to Moses Kuria. They have warned him, and again they are asking William Samoei Ruto to tame Moses Kuria. If William Ruto is not going to tame Moses Kuria, and something that we know it might not happen, then we can conclude and agree with the views of Pauline Njoroge. And this is what Pauline Njoroge said here. I quote her. Two things. Either Kuria did a dirty deal with Ruto, and now he is holding the president by the butt and can't be contained. Or number two, he has the blessing of the president. This kind of arrogance to an extent that he threatened to fire officers across the government ministries and the department if they advertise with the nation is coming from somewhere. That's the truth. Kuria hawezi kuwa na hii kiburi kubwa ako nayo. If really he has been involved, he knows some of that game that Ruto has been involved in, and because of that, Ruto is being held hostage by Moses Kuria. You do this, I do this. If not, then whatever Kuria has been doing in what the national media exposed to do with the issue of edible oil, then it means he has the blessing of the president. Ruto has his share in that scandal, and Kuria was working for Ruto and himself. That's how Kenyans are going to conclude. Because Kuria cannot go this much far, issue that kind of utterances, threaten journalists and the media house, which has employed Kenyans without facts after he has been called out, after he has been exposed. Then the president just keep quiet and continue. It can't work. It can't work that way. We are going to conclude that here Kuria was working for Ruto. Na kama sio hivyo, kuna mambo Kuria anayajua kuhusu Ruto, na ni kama Ruto hawezi kumfanya kitu Moses Kuria. That will be our judgment to that level. Now, so what way forward for the media and Moses Kuria? Reality remains that the same way media silenced Miguna, Kuria might be also silenced. Remember, Kuria was a good debater before he became a member of parliament or an active politician. He was a good debater when it comes to the issues of finance and other matters. That's why he was getting a lot of media presence for interviews, and that's how Uhuru Kenyatta managed to have Moses Kuria run for Gatundu. Was it Gatundu what? As member of parliament. Is it Gatundu East or Gatundu West? You can tell me in the comment section. So you see, he got a chance to side himself But again, it comes to a time when you can also destroy yourself. Look on how Miguna was getting a lot of media interviews, building his name, building his brand, and pointing out all issues that give a name to him, publicity. But when he decided to turn hostile to the media houses and the journalists, what happened? The Kenyan Union of Journalists or media groups decided that they are going to deny Miguna media presence. No interview was granted to Miguna after the arrogance when he landed back from this country, all the way from Canada. Up to now, Miguna hakuna mahali anataka interview. Kama zimebaki zingine labda watu bloggers watuanza kumpea interviews. But mainstream media block. That's what is going to happen to Kuria. Today, Miguna has been reduced to nothing. He has remained to make noise on his social media handles, kwa Twitter na kwa Facebook. Huko watu wote wako. Kwa radio hana nafasi, kwa TV hana nafasi. So, if Kuria thinks that he will win this war, let him prepare to lose completely.